Welcome to another episode of Out Loud Geek, where we discuss news and views about pop culture, science fiction, fantasy, food, cooking, the outdoors, and more. In what is essentially an FU to the fans of Doctor Who is apparently officially confirming that the Fugitive Doctor was the first Doctor, not the one that we've always known, which would be Hartnell's Doctor. Doctor Who has confirmed Joe Martin's Fugitive Doctor was the real first Doctor. For years, viewers believed William Hartnell's first Doctor to be the first incarnation of the wandering Time Lord known as the Doctor. Evidence to the contrary, such as glimpses of apparent past Doctors in a psychic battle in 1976's The Brain of Morbius, was generally disregarded. Chris Chibnall's tenure as Doctor Who's showrunner has changed that, however. Yes, he ruined it. Chibnall has revealed the Doctor is not a Time Lord at all. Rather, she is the timeless child, a being who potentially predates the universe itself, who was discovered by a Gallifreyan explorer and who became the base genetic code for every Gallifreyan who lived within the Citadel. There is no limit to the Doctor's ability to regenerate. Indeed, she has lived for over 1 billion years so far. The Chibnall era hasn't simply rewritten the show's lore, though. It has also introduced a forgotten Doctor played by Joe Martin. Even more surprisingly, though, it seems this so-called Fugitive Doctor is in fact the first Doctor to be recognizable. And how are they going to swing this? The story of the Fugitive Doctor is being told in a mini-series written by Jody Houser, with art by Roberta Ingranata and Warina Sahadewa, and significantly, the arc is called Doctor Who Origins. According to teasers, this is the true story of the Fugitive Doctor, why she wound up on the run from the Gallifreyan Black Ops group called the Division, why she hid on Earth, and how she became the Doctor viewers know and love. The significance of this story has already been confirmed by the Doctor Who Free Comic Book Day special by the same creative team, which serves as a prelude to the miniseries. It reveals the first time the Doctor visited Earth, hinting at why the planet would come to have such significance to the time travel, and it even sees the TARDIS turn into a police box for the first time. Clearly, this is indeed the incarnation of the timeless child who became the Doctor. It's something of a surprise to see such an important story told in a tie-in comic, especially when Chibnall's time as showrunner is yet to come to an end. So they try to claim that the show's shortened 13th season was then the result of the coup, when in fact it had to do with the fact that the BBC is bleeding money and they simply couldn't afford to produce as many episodes, given that Doctor Who is the single most expensive show that the BBC has been producing. So they try very hard in this article to justify the timeless child, the episode that the vast majority of Doctor Who fans cannot stand, because of what it did to retcon William Hartnell's Doctor. If they had tried to introduce Joe Martin as a prior Doctor, and they had done so in a tasteful manner that didn't completely rewrite the Doctor not being Gallifreyan, this might have gone over with the fans. But given how they so totally undermined the very core foundation of the series, I have very mixed feelings about the Fugitive Doctor. In the episodes that she appeared in, she was a zillion times better than Jodie Whittaker, who is a terrible actress, and who has done a terrible job portraying Doctor Who. I really hoped that she would do a good job, but she didn't. Plus, everything that Chibnall was trying to put in the show, all of his politics and preachiness, just ruined the show for millions of fans, and the timeless child was a complete insult. This is an attempt to further cement the timeless child narrative as being part of the Doctor Who story. But this is not being filmed. This is only going to appear in comic books. So clearly they know that most fans are probably not going to see this. And the fact that the BBC has had to try to bring back Russell T Davies in an effort to try and fix the show from all the damage that Chibnall has done it's an indication that this whole thing is not really going to help the revival of Doctor Who. If anything, it just might make it far more difficult. Now, I personally like Jo Martin, and I think she would be a fine Doctor Who because she demonstrated that, but they didn't have to bring her in as a predecessor to William Hartnell. That was part of what destroyed Doctor Who's mythology and lore, which had been established for nearly 60 years. Everything today in Hollywood or even in the BBC has to be about pushing politics. It's all about politics. It has nothing to do with narrative. It has nothing to do with what the people who originally created Doctor Who had envisioned. It's about what they want to do, how they want to transform it, and then force it on the fandom, and the fandom isn't having it. You know, The Timeless Child remains the least watched and least favorite episode for the vast majority of Doctor Who fans. So this comic is not going to help the situation for Russell T Davies trying to restore and rebuild this series. Thanks for watching today, and a huge thanks to everyone who has subscribed to our channel. We appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, and please feel free to share a comment. If you'd like to see more of our videos in the future and help support this channel, please press the red subscribe button, and please press the bell to receive notifications for new content. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter by clicking on the links in the description. Until next time, this is Out Loud Geek.